President Roosevelt and Prime Minister Churchill map out a war strategy. They believe Hitler's Germany poses the greatest threat and decide to dedicate the vast majority of its men and resources to defeat the Nazis first. In the meantime, the United States intends to send just enough troops to the Pacific to prevent Japanese advances. Within days, Japan upsets the strategy. With an insatiable appetite for land and resources, the Japanese continue to sweep across the Pacific and soon threaten Australia and New Zealand. This drive leaves Roosevelt little choice but to direct more of America's meager assets to the Pacific. The war against the Japanese will be conducted across thousands of miles of ocean, a scenario that demands a new naval strategy. The outcome will be determined from above, by planes launched from aircraft carriers, and from below, by Allied submarines strangling Japanese supply lines. But before this strategy can be implemented, the United States suffers a demoralizing string of defeats. The Japanese seize the United States territories of Guam and Wake Island. They also attack the Philippines, where they overwhelm American and Filipino troops stationed in Bataan and Corregidor. On April 18, 1942, the United States strikes back. As the sun rises over the Pacific, Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle and his men embark on a daring mission. They will put the new strategy of launching aerial attacks from carriers to the test. 16 Army B-25 bombers lift off from the USS Hornet. Their plan? Fly 500 miles to bomb Japan, then pray that enough fuel remains to reach China. Doolittle's raid inflicts minimal damage, but scores a direct hit on Japan's sense of invincibility. Back home, the raid boosts America's sagging morale. 3 weeks later, in May 1942, the strategy is tested again in the Coral Sea. The United States sends 2 aircraft carriers to block the Japanese advance on Australia. For the first time in naval history, both sides attacked solely from the air. The Japanese sink the USS Lexington and severely damage the Yorktown, while the Americans sink an enemy carrier and cripple 2 others. The Battle of the Coral Sea is a costly tactical victory for the Japanese, but for the first time, the United States has blunted Japan's relentless advance in the South Pacific. The question remains, can the Americans actually defeat a superior Japanese Navy? The real test lies just around the corner.